everybody, and welcome back to Fandom Fights. I am not Tim Berkala, Caleb Cohen, Nick Tuig. I am Robert Parker here to solo host this particular Fandom Fights teams match. We have a good one for you. This should be a scrap, as they say, a teams match. Both these teams fighting to get the first win on their record. We have a Wookiee Mistake, which is David and Joe. They are debuting right here, hoping to start off their fandom career with that first win, versus Big Guns, which is Nick and Albert. They're currently sitting at 0-1, but we know how good they can be. We know the potential that this team has, so we're excited to see if they can pull off the win here today too. So with that, we're just going to throw it into promos right away. Let's see what these two teams had to say about this match.
David, we're here. We finally got ourselves on a match on screen together. We're not playing each other. We're together as a team. If that doesn't strike fear into the hearts of everybody, I don't know what will. I know you're a nice guy. I can be a bit of a dick sometimes, so hopefully you'll balance me out.
You can actually, and that was one of the reasons why I really wanted to be on screen with you and play you. But you asked me to be your partner, and I said, you know what? Let's do it. Let's try and win as much as we can. Albert and Nick, I know those two. They are great competitors, both of them. Nick is someone that can get into his own head, so maybe we can exploit that. And Albert is coming out of a great performance in World War Geek.
He's not the only one.
Yeah, so I am excited to play these two. I don't think I have been on camera with these players yet, so let's just do this thing and let's try and keep the the insults and the heel play to a minimum today.
I can't make any promises there, but let's just say I'm really looking forward to this. Let's get this done. Let's start Wookiee Mistake off with a bang.
All right. It's so hard when you hear a heel promo when you've turned face because you just want to respond to it. But I was told I have to keep the badness meter down or else Holt's going to be on my bad side again. But it's fun to have you guys back, and now we get to work together officially. So, Big Guns. Last time they played, #1 contenders match with Knights of Ren, and they took them into round 3 and actually kept it extremely close. So if anyone has better track record right now, I would take Big Guns over the team that Knights of Ren knocked out in round 2 because they don't know how to say final answer. So I feel good. I'm very proud of both of these guys, and I'm excited to see what they do and how we work together here in this situation. How are you guys feeling?
I feel good. I'm happy to be a part of this team. I'm happy, co-host helping us out. And like he already mentioned, I think we played really strong against, I would say, the best team in the league right now. I mean, Kingsman's pretty good too. They've got some good teams as well, but the hottest team, at least at the moment. And so, I don't know. We played really well then. We've been studying like crazy ever since that match because we knew we'd have something coming up eventually. So I'm happy to jump back in the ring.
All I can say is that I'm really excited for this match. So let's just get it going.
All right, then let's do it. Manners maketh man. Let's play.
Okay, those were some slightly warm promos. I don't think they're quite on fire level yet, but they can get there if you believe. So with that, we're just going to hop right into this match. This is how it works, obviously. We're going to bring our two teams in, and I'm going to explain the rules for round 1 first. Round 1 works like this. It's the traditional whiteboard round. You get 10 questions from 10 predetermined fandom categories. You have about 15 seconds to write the answer down on your whiteboard. Once the time is up, each person is going to have to show it and say it at the same time. Then if you get correct, it's worth a point for your team. 3 repeats and a challenge series throughout the course of the match. If somebody does get all 10 correct, you will get a bonus question worth an additional 1 point. So with that being said, let's just hop right in, folks, to the first question of round 1. Here we go. Your first category is Worlds of DC. In Man of Steel, what state does Clark grow up in? All 4 players looking relatively confident here. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Nick.
Kansas.
And David.
I didn't know that was a state. I thought it was a city in Texas.
Albert.
Kansas.
And Joe.
Kansas.
That is correct. So with that, Big Gun's going to go up 2-1 after the first question. We'll go into the second one right away in the category of Planet of the Apes. Gary Oldman appears as Dreyfus in which Apes film? In 5, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat.
1. Okay, that's a repeat from Big Guns from Nick. Your question again. Gary Oldman.
That was actually, sorry.
That was me.
Oh, my bad. Okay, sorry. Thanks.
No, you're
All right,
good.
so that's a repeat.
It's just a
from Joe.
long title. That's all.
No, you're good. Gary Oldman appears as Dreyfus in which Apes film? Was the question.
I think I tried to write too neat. That might be the problem.
That's fair. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna start with David this time.
Is it War? The Planet of the Apes?
And Albert
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
and Joe
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
and Nick.
Yeah, I went for the wrong one. I went for the third one.
Ooh, it was Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. That was correct. Albert and Joe both hitting that, and Big Guns keeping their 1-point lead. Your next question in the category of Bond. How many times did Timothy Dalton portray James Bond? Classic number question.
Mhm.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to go to Albert first on this one.
2.
And Joe.
2.
And Nick.
2.
And David.
No, 1.
2 was the correct answer. Almost a clean sweep, but Big Gun's going to go up by 2 after that one. Joe did hit as well, though. So your next one in the category of DC movies. In Road to Perdition, 2 of Mike Sullivan's family members are killed. Which 2? We just need the relation to him. We don't need their names. All right. I need answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Joe, we're going to come to you first on this one.
Wife and son.
And Nick.
I put wife and father.
And Albert.
I wrote down the father and the mother.
And David.
Wife and son.
That's it, David. Now
Big hit. Big question for Team Wookiee Mistake there. That will tie the game for them 5-5 as we go into your next question in the category of Rocky. Who plays Adrian in the Rocky films? That was a huge pull by both David and Joe there. We'll see if they can keep the momentum going. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. We're coming to, I don't know, David first.
I don't know. It's Jennifer Connelly.
And Nick.
Talia Shire.
And Albert.
Talia Shire.
And Joe.
Talia Shire.
Talia Shire is correct. Big Gun's taking that lead back, but it's only 1 point as we go into your next one in the category of Marvel movies. In 2015's Fantastic Four, who does the government send to capture Reed in Central America? One of those stinkers. Marvel has quite a few of them. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll come to Joe first.
Ben Grimm.
And Nick.
Ben Grimm.
And Albert.
The Thing, Ben Grimm.
And David.
Ben Grimm, aka The Thing.
That is correct. I lost my score. Is it 7-8 after that one? No, 8-9. My bad. There we go. That's right.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes.
Sorry about that. All right. Thank you, Ko. I edited it too early. All right. So with that, Big Gun's going up 9-8. Still only a 1-point game in your next category of the Oscars, Fandom Oscars. What was the last Disney Animated Studios film to be nominated for Best Animated Feature? A little bit of a thinker here. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. Pens down. We're going to come to Albert first.
I didn't finish it. I was writing Ralph Breaks the Internet.
I can accept that, yeah. Joe?
I had Zootopia.
And Nick?
I had Frozen 2.
And David?
I also have Frozen.
Ralph Breaks
I
the
knew
Internet
that one
was
wasn't
correct.
nominated. I couldn't remember what was before it.
Yeah, nice work, Albert.
Thanks.
That is correct. So Albert hitting that one brings them up 10-8 as we go into your 7th question in the category of MCU. In Spider-Man Far From Home, once Happy picks Peter up in the Netherlands, how does he find out that his class is in London? The answer's in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Joe, we're going to come to you first.
Flash's Instagram.
That's
And Albert?
I wrote down Flash Thompson's social media post.
And Nick?
I put a news clip.
And David?
I put Flash's stream.
I can accept all those answers. All of those are correct. Big hit there. Now, all right, we go into your penultimate question in the category of Disney live action. In Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, it is revealed that which family member of Dastan's is behind the plot to kill his father? All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. David, come to you first. What you have?
His uncle.
And Nick?
His uncle.
And Albert?
His uncle.
And Joe?
Brother.
Uncle was correct. So with that, Big Gun's going to take a 2-point lead, 13-11. As we go into your final question, this one is in the category of fandom quotes. What YA dystopia character says, "If we just wanted to intimidate the districts, why not round up 24 of them at random and execute them all at once? Be a lot faster." All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Nick, we're going to start with you.
Is it Joanna Mason?
That is a good guess. Unfortunately,
damn.
correct. Albert
President Snow.
and Joe
President Snow.
and David.
President Snow.
President Snow is correct.
Big David, that's a great pull, man.
Big hit by
Nice.
both members of Rookie Mistake there. That will bring the score to 14-13. Only a 1-point game. Only a 1-point game as we go into round 2, which works like this. This is our wheel round. So the team in the lead, in this case Big Guns, will get the choice of if they like to spin first or second. Then whoever's up at the wheel spins it. If they don't like the category they got the first time, they can respin, but they have to stick with the second option if the first one is not to their liking. Then you're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. There is stealing in this round if one team should miss, and there is multiple choice as well. If you don't know the answer, you can check to multiple choice, but it devalues the question to being only worth 1 point. So with that, I'll bring up the wheel, and we can bring Coho in here, and Big Guns are going to have the choice if they'd like to go first or second.
Let's see what's on this wheel before we make that call.
All right, so your categories on this wheel today are YA Dystopia, DreamWorks Animation, Star Wars, James Bond, Quotes, Worlds of DC, Jurassic Park, Star Trek, and of course, Spinners and Opponent's Choice.
Okay.
I think we go second, personally.
Yeah, I was leaning after hearing that.
Let's go second.
Yeah.
Okay, so then this is the first spin for Joe and David. And it lands on Opponent's Choice by just a hair. By just a hair, it is Opponent's Choice.
We talked about this.
Well, now that we hear this wheel and we hear that both Park and Quotes are in here, I'm sure they've probably done at least a little bit of studying on DreamWorks. Quotes can be literally anything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was thinking either quotes or park. But
what do you think, Albert? Do you want to do park or you want to do quotes?
Let's go with quotes. That's
All
very
right.
broad.
We're doing quotes.
Okay. So your questions, Joe and David, 2 points apiece. Category is fandom quotes.
Okay.
Your first question. What DC actor says the line, "A building is a symbol, as is the act of destroying it. Symbols are given power by people. Alone, a symbol is meaningless."
So it's Hugo Weaving in V for Vendetta?
There you go.
Actor.
Yeah, actor. So Hugo Weaving, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
David,
For the lead.
you're
Yes, and sorry, I should have said that in the rules. We do need a final answer because there is confirmed. That's
There's
on
one thing we
Great.
went over in prep. It was say final answer.
Yes, that is correct. All right. So your second question in the category of quotes, what ape's character says, "I always think, ape better than human. I see now how much like them we are."
Dave, anything?
The only thing that comes to mind is Caesar, but I haven't seen the
no.
movies, so let's go with it.
All right. Bad ape, final answer.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 2-point steal.
Okay.
I mean, it's definitely from the newer ones. I feel like.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I know it's obvious, but I feel like it's Caesar. I can't think of the other.
Looking for an answer in
Yeah.
5,
I mean,
4,
Go for it.
3.
Caesar, final answer.
That is correct for a big 2-point steal.
I had it in my head. I heard it in a softer voice.
That ain't a good guess, though. That's a very good guess. All right, your next one in the category of quotes again, still, obviously. Your question, what Pixar film has the line, "Because it's all I have left to do. I don't have anything else"?
I have an idea, but maybe we should go multiple on this if you're not sure.
Yeah, let's go multiple choice.
Yeah, multiple choice, please.
Okay, your options are A, Monsters University, B, Toy Story 4, C, Cars 3, or D, The Incredibles.
Well, my guess is in there.
Go for it.
The Incredibles.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal from Big Guns. Your options again are A, Monsters University, B, Toy Story 4, C, Cars 3, or D, The Incredibles.
Nick, I'm thinking it's Toy Story 4. It's a Woody line.
That sounds a lot like a Woody line, and I don't think it was either Monsters University, and I don't remember it popping up in Cars 3. Yeah, that's fine with me.
And
Toy Story 4, final answer.
that is correct for a 1-point steal.
Nice.
2 questions left for Joe and David. Your penultimate question this round. What Star Trek film has the line, "You know, if Spock were here, he'd say I was an irrational, illogical human being for going on a mission like that"?
Star
Sounds
Trek
like
Generation. It's Star
Yeah.
Trek Generations.
Yeah.
Star Trek Generations, final answer.
That is correct for a big 2 points. Tying the game. Your last question in this category. What MCU character says the line, "The moment you think you know what's going on in a woman's head is the moment your goose is well and truly cooked"?
It's Howard, right? Howard Stark.
Mm-hmm.
Howard Stark, final answer.
That is correct for another big 2 points.
Nice, Dave. See the core geek quotes.
That is correct. So with that, at the end of their round, David and Joe bring their score up to 19. The Big Guns, with a couple steals there, are at 17. Good ending to that round for sure, and beginning just a few questions in there that stumbled a little bit on. But of course, anything can happen because now Big Guns is going to be up at the wheel.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
All right. And Nick and Albert, your spin is in.
Okay.
And it lands on James Bond.
Spin that again.
Yes. Yeah. Spin again, please.
That's not
Okay.
happening.
You do have to stick with this one, whatever it ends up being. And it is Star Wars.
Okay, just take your time on it. Don't give them a chance for anything more than a 1-point steal.
Sounds good.
All right, the category is Star Wars. Here we go. What does Han use as a buy-in to the game at the end of Solo?
Um,
I mean,
did he use coaxium at the end of Solo?
yes, it's
You want multiple choice?
Answer
yeah,
5.
Multiple choice.
Okay. Your multiple choice options are A, Beckett's badge, B, his ship, C, a vial of coaxium, or D, his blaster.
it's either his ship or the coaxium.
I think it's the coaxium.
Oh, it's very 50-50 for me.
And 5,
Okay.
3.
Vial of coaxium, final answer.
That is correct for 1
All
point.
right. Sorry, Albert.
Okay.
Thanks for
All right.
taking.
Okay.
Your second question in Star Wars. What Jedi is said to have ordered the creation of the clone army in Attack of the Clones?
What is his name? Oh my god.
Is that Cypher Diaz or is everything of someone else?
I'm like 95% sure that's correct. If you want to do it, I know we'll get it multiple choice for 100%. That's
5, 4. Three.
Cypher Diaz, final answer.
yes, do it.
That is correct for 2 points.
Thank you. Okay.
Taking the lead with that one. All right.
Okay.
Your next question. Who is the only character to be mentioned by name in the opening crawl of A New Hope?
Oh, shit.
I don't think Obi-Wan was mentioned. It might be Leia.
It's either Leia or
I think we should go
yeah.
multiple
I think we can go multiple with that. Yeah, multiple choice, please.
multiple choice.
Okay, your options are A, Luke, B, Vader, C, Leia, or D, Obi-Wan.
Well, there's the two I was thinking of. Either Vader or Leia.
I think it's Leia. I don't think they mentioned Vader in the.
Okay, I thought they might have included like, Vader's chasing after.
5.
It's a new
Okay.
Hope. Leia, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
All right, Albert. I'm not questioning you ever again.
Two questions left.
Uh,
Who says the bad feeling about this line in Rise of Skywalker?
Rise of Skywalker.
It's one of two people in my head. Either I thought it was either Finn or Poe.
I have a bad feeling about this. I think just to reduce the possible steal, I think we should do
Yeah.
5.
multiple
Yeah.
choice.
Multiple choice, please.
Okay. Your options are A, Janna, B, Lando, C, Poe, or D, Zori Bliss.
Wasn't D.
Hmm.
Was it Lando? No.
He does. I don't think so because he doesn't have much to say in that film.
I'm gonna have to go with Poe.
Yeah, let's go with Poe.
And 5.
Poe, final answer.
That is incorrect. Chance for 1 point steal. Your options again are A, Janna, B, Lando, C, Poe, or D, Zori Bliss.
It's Lando.
Lando.
Lando's the final answer.
Lando is correct for a big 1 point steal there.
Sorry, Nick.
No, that's my bet.
All right, your final question, Nick and Albert, in the category Star Wars. What type of droids destroy R4 and damage Obi-Wan's ship in the opening battle of Revenge of the Sith?
It is is it Vulture droids?
I'm not thinking of it. I can't. If you feel good about it, I trust you because you've been so far so good. But if you want to go multiple, just to limit the damage.
In 5, 4.
Multiple choice.
Yeah.
Okay. Your options are A, Vulture droids, B, security droids, C, Viper droids, or D, Buzz droids.
I think it's Vulture droids, Nick.
Buzz droids is also thinking, but that's probably from something else. I think that might be from the beginning of 2.
I think it's Vulture.
In
Okay.
5.
All right.
4.
Vulture droids, final answer.
That is incorrect. Chance for 1 point steal. Your options again are A, vulture droids, B, security droids, C, viper droids, or D, buzz droids.
Buzz droids. Buzz droids, final answer.
That is correct for a 1-point steal and a tie game. 21-21, a tie game going into the final round. The third round, it is tied. And the third round works like this. This is the betting round. So the way it works is you're going to be given a category. Once you're given a category, you choose which of your teammates you'd like to answer that question and how many points you'd like to bet on it between 0 and 2 points. Then that person is going to answer with their whiteboard. If you get the question right, you gain the amount of points that you bet. If you get it wrong, you lose the number of points you bet. Then on the second question, the opposite player has to answer that question. You'll get a choice of which player again for the third. The opposite has to answer the fourth. And if we get to the fifth question, you will be able to confer betting along the way as we go. So with that, it is a tie game. And we go into your first question of the third round. Please select who you would like to answer the question from the category of YA dystopia.
I studied it, Dave. I'll take it.
Albert.
Okay, I mean, I feel just as good, but we can go with Albert. That's fine.
I think if Albert takes YA, that leaves us open to something coming up that I think we can use you that Albert doesn't know as well as you do.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So yeah, Albert, take it. Go, Max.
Okay. So we're gonna have Joe and Albert answer, and we need bets in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Joe, how many are you gonna bet?
1.
1, and Albert 2. Okay.
All right.
Okay. I'm just making note of that. All right. So Joe is betting 1, and Albert for 2. Your question: name 3 of the 5 factions in the Divergent series. You'll have a little bit of extra time to list these.
Should have bet 2.
That's the story of this format right here.
All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to come to Albert first.
Dauntless, Abnegation, Amity.
And Joe?
Amity, Erudite, Dauntless.
Also correct.
Nice.
All right, so with that, it's 23-22 because Albert bet more there. Their team will take the lead. Your next category that we're going to need bets from, this is for David and Nick to answer questions from. It's in the category of Rocky.
How good do you feel about Rocky?
I'm pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't say we go 2 unless you think we should go 2.
If you're good enough to go 1, go 1. Because right
I
now
can for sure go. I feel confident with 1 for sure.
The fact that David has this, he's going to bet 0, at most 1. So I think if you go 1, you're going to be fine.
I think so too. Okay.
Got this one.
Yep, thanks.
All right, we're going to need bets. David, from you first, please. And Nick?
1.
Okay. Your question, David, still answer for stats purposes if you'd like. Your question: in Rocky IV, what day does the fight between Rocky and Drago take place? All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. For stats first from David.
Is it New Year's Eve?
And Nick.
But New Year's Day.
Both, unfortunately, incorrect. It is Christmas Day.
Yes.
Christmas Day.
Betting 0 paid off there because they got it wrong. David?
All right, so because of the 1 bet Nick didn't get it, is tied again, 22-22 once again. Now you get to pick which of your players would like to answer the next question, this one in the category of Disney animation.
You want me to take it?
Please.
Which one of you two feels better about it?
In terms of the other stuff like YA, Rocky, Apes, I've studied it a bit more, so it might be beneficial.
I mean, I kind of want to redeem myself again, but Albert, if you're feeling good, you can take it. But
if Nick,
I think I
I
should take it.
take.
I'll take
I think you take it.
Okay.
It's I would say not 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I'll let you have free reign on 0 to 1 on your comfort level.
Okay.
All right, so we have Nick and David answering this one, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get bets from David first. What are you betting?
1.
And Nick.
I also went 1.
All right, it's a tense game here. Your question in the category of Disney animation: The Kingdom of Corona will be found in which Disney animated film?
Yeah.
No.
Use a repeat if you need it.
Yeah, I'm probably going to.
In 5, 4.
Repeat the
3.
question.
All right, that is the first repeat from Big Guns. Your question again: The Kingdom of Corona will be found in which Disney animated film? This is tense. These two teams have been neck and neck the entire game so far. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nick, we're going to come to you first.
Is it Tangled?
And Joe, or excuse me, David.
Good job, Tangle.
Tangled is correct. Both teams hit it. Both teams hit it.
Good job.
23-23, still a tied game. Your next category, this will be administered to Albert and Joe. We'll just need bets from you for the category of DC movies.
Good shit, Nick.
Thanks.
Considering the difficulty level, Albert, I'm thinking max. I trust you with this category a lot, so.
I do too. But it's, I mean,
Especially with them, this is the first like core category that's come up so far. They're probably going to go max too. We need a match.
Okay.
yeah, you got
All
this.
right, we're going to need bets first from Joe
Dos.
and Albert.
2.
All right, could be huge here. As we go into your question from DC. In The Dark Knight Rises, Bane is a member of what group that Bruce was formerly a part of? I'm quaking in my boots. I can't even imagine how these players are feeling right now. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right. Let's get our answers first from Joe
The League of Shadows.
and Albert.
League of Shadows.
Both
I got
correct.
that wrong, eh, Dave?
Both correct.
Oh boy.
My
All
old
right,
friend,
so-
Dave.
It is still tied as we go into the last question. The way this is going to work is there is no team in the lead, but we have 2 questions. I think because of earlier we were saying that Big Guns is going to get the choice here. So they will just get a question. If they would like question 1 or question 2, that's the only question that's administered to them at this time. And then after that, we're going to give each team their question. Or excuse me, they have to write down their bets first after they hear the category. Then they're going to both get their question. You can confer on it. If you get it right, you get the number of points to bet. If you get it wrong, you do not. You lose those points. So Big Guns, question number 1 or question number 2? Which would you like?
50-50.
Let's go.
What
With
number you like more, folks?
Let's go with 1.
I'm going with
One?
1 as well. 1.
Question 1.
Okay, so Big Guns will get question 1. We're going to need the teams to both write down their bets first, though, before we administer the questions.
What's the category?
So your category is Pixar. How many would you like to bet in Pixar?
Oh,
Still a tied game.
What do you think, Joe? We hope for the miss or try to win it?
I mean,
David, I know your history with Pixar is not bad.
It's not really. I haven't seen all of them, but the ones I have seen, I know them.
Same.
Unless it's voice actors.
But I can cover you on that.
Okay, let's do go big or go home, right?
okay.
Okay.
Well, that makes our decision easy, Albert. Unless you, unless we're confident they're going to miss it.
I'm playing a lot of chess in my head.
Yeah, I mean,
Coach
Match 'em.
traditionally bad at math.
Match.
I think
Yeah, I think we should
match
match
'em.
it.
I mean, there's far worse categories it could be.
Yes.
I think.
I think all 4 of us can agree on that.
All right.
Yeah.
So not much of a mystery, but let's just reveal our bets for both teams.
Oh, yeah.
Joe and Nick, 2 for Wookiee, and 2 for Big Guns as well. So both teams betting 2.
Okay.
If both teams hit, we'll go into some sudden death stuff. And if both teams miss, we'll go into some sudden death stuff. But if one hits and one misses, the one that hits will win the game. Wookiee Mistake, we're going to be giving you your question first. This is question number 2. You can confer. And we do need a final answer on this question because of the conferring.
Repeats, right?
Say that again? Yes,
2
you have 2 repeats left. Both teams have 2 repeats left. All right, question number 2 in the category of Pixar for Wookiee Mistake. Who voices Merida's father in Brave?
I think I do know it.
Okay.
So I'm happy to. If you don't, I'm happy to just go with it. There's only one name in my head.
Go ahead.
Craig Ferguson. Final answer.
4. That is incorrect for a loss of 2 points. We're looking for Billy Connolly.
That's the other one.
Ooh.
All right, so that will bring Wookiee Mistakes points down to 23, and then we'll go to Big Guns for their question. Nick and Albert, if you hit this, you win the game. If you miss it, we're going to sudden death. Your question, you chose question number 1 in the category of Pixar. Who voices Dory's father in Finding Dory?
Oh my God.
Isn't it Eugene Levy?
Yes, that's it. Go ahead.
Eugene Levy, final answer.
And your winner, with a
Yes.
final score of 27-23. Big Guns, Nick and Albert.
Oh my gosh.
That was a crazy match. I've not
Great
solo
job,
hosted in a
guys.
long time, but that was an incredible match. These 2 teams toe-to-toe, neck and neck for the entire match. At the end of round 1, only a 1-point game. At the end of round 2, it is tied. All throughout round 3, it's tied the entire game. And then it just came down to one voice actor at the end there. Both teams did truly incredible here today. We'll talk first to the victors. We'll talk to Nick and Albert and Coho first. Guys, you did real well. You guys played a really good match.
Wow.
Did solid in round 1, and then you just kept matching their points, their betting. It just stayed tied the whole match. Tell me, how are you feeling right now? How do you feel about how you played today?
That was the scariest round 3 I've had to manage in a long fucking time. Never do that to me again.
I plan on that, I promise.
No, the way that it came, I think the way that we got a lot of fringe, I think that's what really benefited us. Joe and David are a scary core geek team, but when it comes to fandom and it comes to the fringe, I think Big Guns has the advantage. They've played more matches here. They've understand what kind of comes up in fringe, and I think that benefited us when we got here. The Kingdom of Corona pull from Nick is
Yes.
MVP move
Yes.
for me of the game. I was sitting back there going, thank God that's a meme right now, but I hope Nick saw the meme.
Yeah, that legitimately was the last second pop in my head was like, oh wait, geez, that's it. Oh my. Anyways, and well, also we'll have to say us going 2 for the Star Wars question also made a huge difference.
Huge difference.
Yeah. So
When it comes to the way we played Star Wars, I think we played it as smart as we could, but sometimes I think we played it a little too safe. There were a couple times where Albert said the answer and we went with the Wolfie side for 2. We could have ended this a little bit sooner. But I can't be mad about anything. Like, we just got to tweak the games and get ready for the tournament. Like that, I'm ready. I'm so ready, and I'm so proud of these guys.
All I'll say is that the most nerve-wracking question for me was the DC, because I know Joe would have gotten it, and in my head I'm like, which one is the CW one and which one is the one that they have on Dark Knight, because it's different. And I was messing with my head throughout until the last second, and I luckily got the right one.
Oh yeah, I mean, these funds are, these games are nerve-wracking, but they're so much fun in the end too. Obviously, winning helps that a lot. So I'm happy we were able to pull it out.
Yeah, great game by those two.
Woo! Yes.
Great game, obviously, yes. Then you guys now are 1-1 going into the team tournament season. Are you excited to see what you can do in that tournament? You guys think you can make a run?
Oh, I love our chances in this tournament. I'm glad we got that win. It feels good. Like we debuted, or these guys, I wasn't there. These guys debuted against Knights of Ren in a #1 contender. So that loss on the record to me is an asterisk. It's hey, we had to play the hardest team in the division to start, and we didn't get knocked out. So to come back and show that they have skill and have that one. I think this tournament's going to be where we make our leave our calling card on the division and show that we're not a team that you could just walk all over. We're a team that has a lot of potential. So,
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, good luck to you both in the tournament. I think this is a team that has a lot of potential in Fandom. Best of luck to you. Now we'll go over quick and talk to David and Joe, who still played a hell of a game. A little bit of a shaky round one, but you guys came back and had some big 2-point pulls, and that quotes category, a category not a lot of people are comfortable with, but you guys actually did quite well in that category, and then just nailing every single question when you needed to bet. And I think betting extremely smartly, maybe with that 0 on the Rocky, et cetera, et cetera. You guys played a very strategic round 3. How do you feel about how you played today?
Well, I am not feeling really well because I should have gotten Kansas. I knew a few round 1s that I didn't pull, and that's on me. But Joe carried us through round 1, and then I think round 2, even with opponent's choice, we managed to tie it. So
yeah,
I am really proud of how we played today. That last question, they knew their voice actors, we didn't know ours. That's all it came down to.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's happened to me before where I've tried to go for too deep a cut on an answer. That bad 8 question, Caesar was the answer. I've done it before on a Star Trek one. The answer was Data, and I said Ensign Lynch. You may remember that, Robert. But it's one of those things. Sometimes you just go for too deep a cut. One of the questions I missed in round 1, Prince of Persia. I'm never going to be too bothered if I miss a question about Prince of Persia. But once again, I'm never going to call out any hosts or question writers. But something is up with this damn wheels across divisions. Wheels do not like me. Opponent's choice again. We did okay. I mean, yes, they got our strength, but it's Star Wars. It's a cool geek category. People know their Star Wars. I don't know what I've done to upset the wheel, but I might have to go full Khaleesi and break the damn wheel.
You may have to send a strongly worded email to wheeldaside.com to let them know your anger. I think this is a very good strategy. I think really we should just form coalition, and as a fan league community, we should definitely just get we should get a petition really for wheeldaside.com to fix itself and start being nicer. Because there are definitely competitors who have had poor luck with wheels. But we will see you guys again in this division. You guys clearly proved that you are a very strategic team. You know what you're doing when it comes to gameplay, as we saw in that 3rd round. Played it super, super well. So with that, I hope to see you back really soon. You guys definitely have a lot of potential, and I'm excited to see who you are up against next. All right. So with that, this has been the Fandom Fights Teams Division. Wow, that was seriously a crazy match, tied almost all the entire way through. These two teams very evenly matched, and it just came down to that final question and that betting. So with that, from everybody who played today, from Albert, Nick, David, and Joe, from Ko, the manager, from myself, thank you for watching. From everybody here at Fandom Fights and Multiplex Entertainment, please like, subscribe, comment, and share, do all that stuff you're supposed to do at the end of a YouTube video, and we will see you next time in Fandom Fights.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Are they all gone? Is everybody gone?